Alright, now that I've somewhat figured out how to record commentary on top of my gameplay, we're going to start a run in Steel Soul mode of Hollow Knight. It's the second time I will have ever attempted this after this first one when I didn't have the recording equipment yet. I went for about almost 4 hours and I haven't died in it yet, but we're going to start over. Steel Soul is basically like a regular playthrough of the game, except that it's permadeath. Once you die, that's it. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into that. In wilds beyond, they speak your name with reverence and regret. For none could tame our savage souls, yet you the challenge met. I love little poetic verse like that that fits a specific rhythm and rhyme. I like the structure. From Elegy for Hellenes by Monomon the Teacher. So this game, I'm sure most people who would watch this already know about this game. It's one of the best games ever, in my opinion. I think it goes beyond my opinion and just almost vacuums point to say that it's just a very well-designed addition to its genre, which is Metroidvania style, which means lots of exploration and slowly unlocking new abilities that open up things that you previously couldn't access. So I'm going to treat this run, obviously I don't want to die, because that's the point of the run. But other than that, I'm going to treat it like a normal run where I'm just kind of exploring around instead of having some specific like speedrunning strat or like going straight for the things that I need. I might go pretty linearly at first just because I played a Steel Soul run already in the past couple days. Like I said, up to those first 4 hours. So until I hit the City of Tears, you might see me just kind of book it for places, but I may not. Overall, we're just going to treat it like a normal playthrough of the game because I've never commentated on the game before, but then adding a Steel Soul challenge on top of that just to have something new for me. So I'm hoping also that, I know you're going to pick up some of my click-clack from my Pro Controller, but I'm hoping that the way that I reposition the mic, you're going to end up hearing more of me than that, hopefully. So right off the bat, there's an area that shows you that exploration is important. It shows you right, like in the very first screen, that you would obviously expect for the main way to proceed from B to left to right. But if you end up going left, there's something there for you. Obviously, the first Metroid was very groundbreaking for letting you go left, but that's not exactly what this is, but just showing you, hey, there's stuff that you can't see, but if you go check it out, there might actually be something there for you. In this case, it was some currency called Geo. So having that, I love this first little bit of the game because it's one of those games that teaches you without teaching you. You have a door here that you have to, two of them, that you have to knock over before you can proceed. So if you're like a new player and you hadn't already tested all the buttons as soon as you landed, you're kind of forced to figure out, okay, how do I hit that? And it's not dangerous, it's not something that's fighting you, so you're not in danger of getting hurt, but your way is barred until you figure that out. And then you get like one little test with an actual enemy for that idea. Now that you understand how to swing your sword. And then you've got a pit, which, if you hadn't tried to jump yet, makes you figure out how to jump. But again, it does so in a way that's safe. And eventually, if you stay here long enough, it'll tell you, it'll tell you to jump. And it'll tell you how. So I think it's a good compromise between not wanting to handhold players that know what they're doing and forcing them into a brain-dead tutorial, but also giving newer players just a natural chance, a safe chance to figure out the basic buttons. I think that's like a really overlooked part of the game design, is like how you teach at the very beginning of the game. the lighting in this game also. I'm still pretending like I'm still playing like I have all these upgrades that I don't have yet. That's okay. Your great strength marks you amongst us. So then there's a different teaching method where it just straight up tells you what to do. But again, it's something that you can choose to interact with or not interact with at least. And again, it's like, look, if you explore a little bit, there are rewards waiting for you. Oh no. I'm really bad. Why was that so hard? Oh, it killed it. I wonder why they put one of these things in the very beginning. One of these little lifeblood containers. There's really not that many to find out there in the world beyond that. There's really not that many. So it doesn't seem like a core gameplay thing that you have to introduce right here at the beginning, but who knows? So we don't have any way to dash or wall jump or double jump back up there. So it forces us to keep going this way. Ooh! Ouch. I'm bad. Another secret, and it does a little ding to let you know that you found a secret. So you're not supposed to, I mean, like, you can, but you're supposed to wait until you get the dash to get into here, but you can also just clank your sword with a downward swing off of the spikes, which is a super cool thing that they knew you could do but didn't tell you about. I really credit the developers for that kind of skip. Within our lands, do not hide your true form. Let all bask in your majesty, for only this kingdom could produce one such as you. Fury of the Fallen. Equip a charm to activate its powerful abilities. So I got a charm earlier than I was supposed to. I forgot that was here, honestly. Man, there's really a lot of exploration down here. Oh no, it just leads you back. That's cool. That way. That's really cool, actually, because that way if you do like me and you get there earlier than you're supposed to, you're not stuck. It just funnels you right back to where you were. I like that. That's good beans. I'm gonna lean back and see if the mic still likes me if I lean back. Ooh, that's so much more comfortable. Hopefully, I mean, the mic is pretty powerful, so hopefully it'll all be fine. I like all the things you can just chop up. Alright, back to where we were supposed to be. If you didn't do a skip, you're supposed to go up here. Higher beings. Like, how does it know that I'm a higher being? Land of King and Creator. The Eternal Kingdom, Hallownest. I wonder why it makes you hit that so many times. Just to feel like you're powerful? I don't know. Don't have an answer to that one. We made it to a place. What place is it? Oh, it makes me walk. Dirtmouth. People say Dirtmouth, but I wonder if it's like a play off of Dartmouth University. Dartmouth. It's only one letter off, so I call it Dirtmouth. I don't know if that's right. Oh there, traveler. This dude's just chilling out here by himself. headed down that well one by one into the caverns below. Wealth, glory, enlightenment, that darkness seems to promise all things. Everybody's left this dude all alone and went and died, pretty much. It's a pretty hopeless tone. Hopeless but mysterious. It kind of calls you on even though you know it's not going to do good things for you. That's the kind of tone that I get from this game, at least at this point. Alright, we're 11 minutes in. Let me set a timer real quick so I don't just go forever. Because I will go forever if I don't have something stopping me. Alright, there we go. So we've got a charm a little earlier than we're supposed to. So I'll go ahead and equip it. When close to death, the bearer's strength will increase. I won't keep this one very long, but it'll be nice to have something when we first venture down. For all your mapping supplies, we will be opening soon. Iselda and Cornifer. Alright, down the well we go. The Forgotten Crossroads. Ooh. I love this game's atmosphere. Like the art and the music together. Even the sound effects. It's just like very evocative. Very consistent. Wow. I fell all the way to the bottom. I mean, that's ultimately where I wanted to go, but I did not mean to fall that far. But I am like really thankful for a game that doesn't have fall damage. But it's not like an open world game where it would be dumb to not have fall damage. Anyway, we're gonna head down here to get the map from this guy. I have a fondness for exploring myself. Getting lost and finding your way again is a pleasure like no other. If you say so. I don't like getting lost, but I get lost all the time in games. Exquisitely lucky, you and I. Yes, I would like to buy a map. Sweet. Map can be a useful thing, but it alone won't show you where you are. If you've not the head for directions, I suggest purchasing a compass for my wife, Iselda. Cool. So here we are, but I know kind of where I am, but it doesn't explicitly tell you that on the map at this point because we don't have the charm that shows you. So your world opens up just a little bit when you. I'm trying to remember how it was to play this game for the first time, and it's kind of hard. But like, you have no idea how big the world is at this point, or what your place in it is, literally and figuratively. But now you see, okay, well I've made it to the map maker, so these are the areas, and you don't know at this time like how incomplete that is. So I'm gonna work my way around. And then back up to the surface to buy the charm that'll let me see my position on the map, because again, I do get lost very easily. But let's see what's over here first. I don't think it's something we can do much with at the moment, if I remember correctly. So we can't get up there. Well, actually, I think we might be able to, with a good sword bounce. Perhaps. Yep. So again, like, the developers are like giving you ways to sequence break without like telling you about them. They design those in there on purpose, and I like when devs do that. Not that I always find them. Hello, thing. Dumb of me. Always going to want to be maintaining full health whenever I get the chance. I just rescued my first grublet, or whatever they're called. It's a good way to farm resources as you go along. So that was worth our time. That was worth exploring. Oh, bad timing. The map maker is so cheerful. Makes me more cheerful in this land of darkness. So here's another little example, like very early in the game, of something that is like a teaching moment in case you hadn't discovered it already. I mean, most players probably would have by now, but in case you hadn't discovered that you could swing your sword upward like this, they put something there that like makes you think about it in a safe environment, and I like that. And then this is even better. I fell down because I don't have a steady body yet. But just as you're casually beating on this treasure thing, it lets you pretty much by default break open a hidden wall without really trying to. So that it shows you, hey, hidden walls exist, without just like telling you in some kind of cutscene or text box. It just shows you by playing. Like, you learn by playing. That's the best way to do it. You just learn as you go, by the way that they lay out things for you. The devs, I mean. Oh no, not a spittoon guy. What a tough challenge, this guy that spits at me. Now there's two spitty boys. Ooh, he got me. Fair enough. There we go. What about down here? Alright, so that's only accessible after we get the dash. Money! No hidden wall there. I hope I'll get better at commentary. I'm sure with more practice I probably will. Spitty Boy is back, but not in like a challenge gated way this time. And just one. There he goes. So this is a challenge specifically for after you get the wall jump, so we can't do anything with that right now. Ouch. Gotta get my dash dance down, my rhythm back. I currently do not have any rhythm. Great job. Put all the loot on top of the spikes. Good job, Caleb. I love the basic feel of combat in this game. Just how the character moves and the speed of the swings. Like, it just feels very just feels good, for lack of a better word. Makes it feel like you're in control. Like, you can dictate how battles play out. I'm not summarizing everything as well as I would if I were sitting and writing it down, but I'll get better at that as I do more commentary, hopefully. Sometimes I say stuff and I'm like, I didn't really mean it like that. I couldn't think of a better way to say it. Oops. Passed out the opportunity to get that extra money up there, but we're not going to go back for it. I got plenty. Up here, looks like there's a sign for the, basically the fast travel mechanic of this game, the Stagways. Still don't have any other charms. Toll machine with the symbol of a stag. Insert geo. But since everything is bug themed in this world, it's not a stag. It's a stag beetle, which I love. I love this guy. Amisodo. I like this fast travel system because it's not something that you can just do from anywhere in the game. It's like a set point that you have to find your way back to. And it's not on the map by default, but you can buy some pins. That'll show you where it is fairly quickly. Oh wait, hold on. If I sit on the bench, it'll fill out my map. Or maybe not. Maybe it doesn't start doing that until you buy the pin. Or charm, rather. Maybe I just haven't been anywhere off the map yet. It's also a possibility. I think it's the former, though. So rather than exploring up that way, let's keep going down. Yes, okay. So this is the elevator that will take you to the City of Tears once you get to the City of Tears, and it'll bring you back up here. I said that in a dumb way, but you get what I mean. It's a sort of another fast travel point that's really specific between two locations, but only once you get to the second location. Jumpy boy. I think that was our first jumpy lad. I'm already full of soul. Alright, here's our first mini boss. You can't pass until you fight it. Ouch. Why am I getting hit so much? I'm a failure. It just hurls its body at you. That's its attack. Ah. There we go. You kind of just beat it to death whether you actually learn to dodge it or not. But it's not over yet. It's a mama. Gross. Can I go now? Uh-oh. Alright, let's save this guy. Oro, you oaf, you wield your nail like a club. Esme, how much longer do we have to go? And then he shakes the infection out of his eyes. What a strange dream to have led me down here. If you hadn't found me, I don't think I would have ever woken. I'm sly. Well, are you though? Usually I live an uneventful life up in Dirtmouth. He's lying. He's super cool. He's the coolest bug. So he's a merchant. Or will be, once he gets back up there. Once I get back up there, rather. I think that's all we can do down here at the bottom of the world for now. Because we can't get up there until we have the dash or the wall jump. Oh, I'm done. Alright, back up. Back up we go. Just thought it was supposed to have babies. The door with an open slot. Well, that tells you that you need something to put in the slot that you don't have. But I like that they do hide some treasure for you if you come down here, so there's still something in this room for you other than a clue. I like that. That's nice. I know this first session of Steel Soul isn't going to be much Steel Soul because nothing's really hard here. But we'll get there. And you never know, like, this game can be really unforgiving sometimes and just, like, snowball on top of you if you start doing badly. So, even in something simple, I might find that I'm about to die. But I'm going to try to avoid that eventuality. This should not be possible yet, but it's another one that you can potentially sequence break by... Well, it's not really a sequence break since it's just a side thing, but you can do it before you should by doing that. But I'm not good at it, as you can see. There we go. Did it. But like the lower level of thing to do there is to just wait until you get the dash and then come back. And not everything in the game, like not every Metroidvania style come back later thing has a sequence breaking skip that you can do, but some of them do. I was using one hand there as I scratched my face. These guys, their pattern of attack and the way that they shield things is actually like a training lesson for a much larger group of beings later in the game, which is neat, I think. You just gotta get around where their shield is facing, basically. We've been down here where the stag is, but then we went down instead of going up, so let's go up. What's in here? Ah, a practice guy. This is a smaller scale version of the first boss, basically. Ooh, I'm dumb. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so he basically uses the same moves as the first boss, but just he's smaller and dies easier. So, and I think there's one more of that smaller version somewhere in the crossroads. Ah, I have already found the boss area. Can't come this way where my reward is. The music gets more ominous. So I think I can leave. Yeah, it doesn't block me. But while I'm here, I might as well go ahead and do it. I meant to not this early. I meant to go back up top, but I found my way here. So we'll see. I'm not scared of this boss, obviously. Regardless of how early I do it. Because it's a bad, bad boss. I mean, it's a good boss. He's just not hard, is what I'm saying. Oops. Wow, I'm terrible. I forgot what kind of attack he was about to do. He's basically he's got that jump strike, and he's got the one that sends a shockwave along the ground, and that's it. Well, and this little tantrum thing he does where stuff falls from the sky, but you can hit the stuff back at him when he does that. And he just gives you a ton of time to whack on him over and over again. And he always starts a new round with this little tantrum thing. And you can tell that the floor is not doing so hot. I got hit again, man. I'm not doing too great. I mean, it's okay, but so I think after this one he will break the floor. Yep. That's it for him. There goes the first boss. We did it, guys. Steel Soul mode is so hard. We've got the city crest. I wonder why this little bug had that in the first place. And then there's this guy. Well, yeah, there he is. Poor little guy. Alright, I'll leave him alone. Let's see if there's anything else up here. I don't think there is until you get more powers. And then you can go get a rematch with them if you want. Yeah, you need the dash. You need the dash. And then you get this big old reward. And then you can't go any higher until you get the wall jump. And then you get the chance to get a power for defeating the False Knight, defeating the first boss. Oh, something important has drawn you down into Hollow Nest's corpse. What's interesting is that she just puts it there, and then you can still, like, leave if you want, and not take it, even after coming that far. I'm kind of a little afraid that it won't be there when I get back, but I think it would be. like that's like an essential spell to move on. Like you have to get it in order to proceed and get out of this section, I believe. Certainly to proceed the normal way. But I'm gonna get it because I'd like it. I would like to have it. I'm not trying to kill myself doing all this stuff the hardest way possible. Even though I am doing Steel Cell mode. I'm still a rational human being. Yep, still just chilling there. You've come back, didn't you? Like the look of my gift? You left without saying a word. I haven't actually seen this text before. Perhaps you're braver than you think. Go ahead and take what belongs to you. Fine. And then you just kind of pass out, I guess. Unleash the spirit. So another kind of unique aspect of this game is that it puts your healing ability and all of your like magic, your offense, on the same resource. You can drain soul for survivability by healing, or on offense with attacks. Oh. I should have warned you about the power of the spell. This lady is taking advantage of us, guys. Taking advantage of us. Yes, you need to go kill a beast for me. Are you wondering about this gate between us? Oh, it's a curious thing, but this door will not open until you have slain the creature lying in the heart of the temple. Yeah, it's just a curious thing, isn't it? It's not like you're doing that on purpose or anything. No. I don't want to use Vengeful Spirit just because you tell me to, game. There's only one thing in this ancestral mound that requires the Vengeful Spirit to be used upon it. And so I shall wait. For what purpose? Just because. I love the detailed, like, background art. This team spent so much love on this game. It's so obvious. Didn't even see that guy there. Sometimes the art is so rich that like you actually miss the foreground elements. Like I sometimes don't see a certain small enemy, but that's a small complaint because it doesn't usually end up costing me anything. Classic. I got jebaited by game design. I move too much. So I move too much, and that makes me bad when I'm over spikes. Sweet. Is this the main way or a hidden way? Do I know the way? I think this is a hidden way, but I'm not 100 about that. Ow. Oh yeah, this is definitely a hidden way. It's got treasure. It's got lifeblood. It's got everything. It looks like that's a way to go, but I guess it's not. Alright, back through the proper way now. This is the guy that you need it for. And so you get the less ambient, more battle-y version of the track. And there he goes. Soul Catcher. How come the gate's not open, lady? Hmm? Filled it with some ancient rage. You're made out of void like me, I just realized that. Or at least you look like you are. Oh, look, the gate opened. Isn't that great? Oops. I do believe I'd rather have Soul Catcher than Fury of the Fallen. Lets you gather more soul when you hit things. Always a plus, always a plus. It's not something that I'll keep equipped for too long though, once I get some other stuff. And then this reconnects back to the mainland. Alright, so we're gonna go encounter the collectible guy. Well, first, here's a teaching moment. Here's a classic Metroidvania game design moment coming up here in a second. So there's this guy blocking the way to leave this region of the world. Same guy that we just fought. He will not be killed by melee. Cannot. The only way to kill him is with a ranged attack. Or several. And he will eventually, yeah, there you go. He spits enemies at you so that you can get soul back. Because he's considerate like that. So right now, I could go ahead and move on. But more often, I feel like, but this game is so hard to pin down about like the quote-unquote way that you're supposed to go because it's so open that you can go so many different ways. I love that about this game. Anyway, the way that you're supposed to go, quote-unquote, is that you find that first, and you're like, my current powers do not let me kill this guy, which means there must be something for me to discover later that will allow me to pass this way. Let me file that away in my brain. Let me keep a mental note, a mental map, so that when I get this new power, which ends up being this, then I know what to go back to. And that's ultimately the player response that Metroidvania games like Hollow Knight want. But me, partially because I already know where things are, and partially just because that's how it happened, I ended up getting the spell first. But if you do that, you see the guy that you fight in the spell chamber, and then when you go to the other place, you're like, oh, this works the same way. So it serves as a sort of a learning tool either way that you do it. Oh, whee! Whee! Thanks, fam. So, this guy has lost all of his children. All, like, I don't know, like 100 of his kids. And you can find them in the glass jars and release them. And when you do, when you come back, the father will give you things as a reward. Sometimes power-ups, more often currency. Oh no, I don't want to go down again. So now that we've met him, we've got his coin. Let's head on. We're gonna go back up to the town and spend some money. So the first thing you notice is there's a door open that wasn't before. And it's the mapmaker's wife. Batanada. She doesn't seem very happy with her job. So definitely this is a must buy, at least for me, because I need to know where I am. This will let me update the map, that's important. This will show me where the benches are, where I can heal and reload my loadouts, which is important. And this shows me where the fast travel points are. Those are all important. So now the map has those on it. And now that I'm at a map, now that I'm at a bench, the map updates. It's interesting that it pins the stagway in the Dirtmouth area before you even actually use it, just because you see the building. So it shows you where you've been, and then it just pencils in what Cornifer has seen, but you haven't. And here's the other guy that we saved. Patavastio. Oh, that's not what he said.
Patavastio.
Now he said it. So definitely gonna want this. It's a piece of what will eventually give you another HP.
Patavastio.
No, he doesn't have anything else that I can afford that I would like to have. So we're gonna go back down. And for now, I think we're going to explore the rest of the crossroads that we haven't seen yet, or at least some more of it. I haven't gone right yet upon landing. Oh, I didn't equip the Wayward Compass. I need to do that. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Definitely need to do that. There we go. Now we can see where we are. There we go. And here's this thing. Right at the beginning of the game, you get to see this thing, but it doesn't become important until later. Temple of the Black Egg. Ah. Weird. Last time I played, there was a guy, there was an NPC here looking at the temple. Now he's not here. That's weird. I didn't know that there was like some RNG to when he would be there. Or some other factor. Maybe since I already beat False Knight before looking at it, he leaves after that. That's interesting. Maybe that is the trigger. It has to be before the boss fight for him to be there. Interesting. I also didn't know you could knock the stalactites over if you were high enough before they fall on you. That's cool. Alright, let's check this place out. Okay, here's another training session for the boss that I've already fought. I'm playing it the lame way. But that's what Steel Soul's about, playing the lame way so that you don't die. Save another grub, but I'm not gonna go back and collect the reward for just one. I'll do it later. Can't really do anything in here yet, but I'll show it anyway. It's pretty. It's a different feel to the area. Are you still running about? I haven't talked to you before. Why are you giving me the second dialogue the first time? Are you surprised? I remember the second verse. Lots of time to think while I work down here. It was just 5 seconds ago that you had forgotten it. This is weird. This is the first time I've been here. Why are you giving me all this dialogue? That seems wrong. Oh well. So this is another one of those, I can't proceed here moments. The ground is shaking, but I can't do anything about it yet. But when you get a certain power, you'll know. Mental marker. Alright, come back to the crazy diamond lady. Or bug. Who happens to sound like a lady. Perhaps. Or a young lad. Alright, and we're out of there. Where are we going now? Checking this place out. This is unmapped territory. Cornifer hasn't been here. Get sharked. Get sharked. Oops. Overzealous. Whoa there. Alright, I think this is the one where I can show you a new way to sequence break. Besides just bouncing on spikes. It requires an enemy. Because normally, look, like, I mean, you can tell my jump is not gonna make that trip, right? But with this guy's help, it can. Come here, little punk. Over here. Boom. That's how you do it. Now there are much bigger skips than that, involving bouncing off of enemies in the right place than just getting a grub. But that's the first one, at least that I know of. I don't know if it counts as sequence breaking when it's not like changing your progression in the main story or not. If it's just like a collectible. I mean, there's still a sequence to that. I guess you're supposed to get this collectible after you get this power. So maybe it is. But I'm not the one who makes up the terms. Alright, so let's go down to a bench. Oh, it's that bench up there. Well, that works. That works just fine. Crazy lady. I wonder what dialogue she'll have for me now that I revisit. So that updates the map for me. So I've been to all those. I've been to everywhere that the map maker has been now. There's still a couple offshoots you can see, but I'm ready to move on. Oh, what brings you back through here? Are you lost? I don't need anything more from you. Yeah. They laugh like, I used you. Yeah, you did, you punk. But that's okay. I don't mind being used, I guess. If I get something out of it. Alright, let's head out of this region. Ah. I get distracted killing these things. Dang it. Ah, I missed it again. Alright, obviously you can't do it that way. There we go. What's in here? Ow. Ah, this thing. Oh. That timer signifies that we've played for an hour and that it's about time to stop, but I'm gonna go ahead and at least get to the next area real quick. Ah, that's okay. Nope, that didn't work. Pilgrim's Way. Travelers of Hallownest descend through verdant wilds and fungal groves to the city at this kingdom's heart. There all wishes shall be granted, all truths revealed. Alright. So obviously you can see that the background and the tone and the scenery is already changing. So where are we? Ooh, there goes the music. Green path. Alright, second area of the game. But I've been playing for about an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and save it right about here. Hello, thank you for making it this far. This was my first real attempt at recording live commentary with my gameplay, so I hope you enjoyed it. I plan to continue posting videos with live commentary probably about once a week, so let me know how you liked it and what I can improve, whether that's with the commentary itself, or the volume, or editing, or anything else. Also, feel free to just talk about Hollow Knight and engage with any of the things I said about it, or just let me know what you think about the game and any other games that you see me play on the channel. While you're here, you can check out any of these other videos on the screen. I'm going to continue doing boss fights and other shorter Hollow Knight challenge videos without commentary, as well as my primary goal of doing video versions of my game reviews and other articles that I've written. So stay tuned for those as well, and thanks for watching.